Hi guys, Rachel here from Day to Day Joyce. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome if you're new. I am a homeschooling mom, hence the Homeschooling Mom Tag that you're seeing today. I am even sporting my Homeschooling Mom shirt. I thought it would be fun to come up with 10 questions so that you can learn more about, why we homeschool and different things that we like. And I thought that it would be fun for the YouTube homeschooling community and see what other moms do. Several other moms are going to be participating with me today, and you can see that playlist below. And we're also all going to be tagging, so be sure on the lookout. Oh, and if you ever watch my channel, you know my kids pop in here and there. So let's get started.
Dirty dishes, peaceful wishes, blissful messes tangled up in joy.
So I am a mom of 4. I have an almost 10-year-old Lincoln, 8-year-old Julia, 3-year-old London, and 1-year-old Kobe. So I'm actually homeschooling the older 2 and the younger 2 tag along. So I'm going to go through 10 of these questions. You can see them below and you can just answer them for fun for yourself if you'd like to. So I have my handy phone here that has the questions on it. So number 1. Were you homeschooled? I was not homeschooled. I don't think my parents even knew about homeschooling. So nope, wasn't homeschooled. Number 2, did you always know that you would homeschool your children? And absolutely not. I didn't. I went to public school. My husband went to public school. We never thought that we would homeschool our kids. And it really wasn't until some circumstances happened where we had to put our children somewhere with it not being a daycare when we were opening up our business. And then it just turned into an option to homeschool. And we did the university style schooling, which we really loved and we might go back to. And this year we're doing full-time homeschooling. Number 3, what are 3 of your favorite books in your homeschool library? So that is a hard one because we have so many good books. So I picked out a couple here. The first one is this one because I've read it to all my kids, the older 2 and then the younger 2. I'm starting to read it and I just love it. It has, rhyming words and it's just fun to read with them. We usually read this at nighttime until they have it memorized. The next book was actually the first or second read aloud that we did this homeschool year. And it's Sarah Plain and Tall. The story is absolutely so sweet. And I read that there's actually the next book after. So I'm looking forward to finding that maybe at the library and getting it and maybe reading it over the summer with the kids because it was such a sweet story. And the last books, I put these together, are actually what we're using for history this year, Story of the World. And I'll get more into that later in some of these questions, but we really enjoyed this. And this Usborne book has such great drawings and resources in it, and we've really come to love it. My kids, even when they're not doing school, will just pull it out and start reading it. So that's good. Anytime a kid pulls out a book without being told and starts to read it, that is awesome. So number 4, it goes along piggybacking with the history. The question is, are you the only teacher? Does your spouse help? Or do you outsource help or have tutors or anything like that? So my husband actually does history with our kids on Tuesday mornings. And we get all the materials out and we get the activity book. And he actually reads to them and they do the activities together. So that is such a sweet thing. And, not that many dads are able to do that because they have to work. And he does have to work very hard throughout the week. But on Tuesday mornings, he can spend that special time doing that with them. Number 5, where is your favorite place to buy homeschool curriculum? I don't really know. I guess anywhere where I find, the stuff that I'm looking for that has the best deal, whether it be at the homeschool convention, the websites. The places that we have ordered stuff is from the curriculum websites. I've also ordered from Timberdoodle and, Amazon, Just anywhere that has the specific curriculum that I'm looking for that at the best price. Number 6, do you have a set budget for your homeschool? We don't exactly have like a set number budget. We know, within the range of what would be acceptable to spend on our homeschool. And so we just go with that. And we also consider, their sports that they participate in and any kind of extra things, trips that we go on, anything like that. Number 7, what are 2 must-haves in your homeschool supplies? So the 2 must-haves are going to be pencil sharpener and coffee. This is for me, guys. I've got to have my coffee. But if it's going to be a supply, then what it will be are friction pens. So friction pens are actually erasable pens. I know there's all kinds out there on the market, but these are awesome, guys. They really work and really do the job. You can write, they have all different kinds of colors, and then you just turn it around and erase it, and it comes right off. Now the pencil sharpener. There are all kinds of fancy schmancy pencil sharpeners out there. There's, ones that cost a few bucks and ones that cost major bucks. We've tried on both sides of the ranges, and we didn't really care for any of them. So what we actually like is just the regular old kind in the classrooms from when we were kids, the ones on the wall where you just stick the pencil in and sharpen it. We've really loved it, and it really works extremely well. Number 8. What's your favorite and or least favorite subject to teach? So I'd have to say that my favorite is history. I guess because we kind of get to do that as a family, and we just, get to learn about history together. Even, my husband and I are learning things that maybe we learned when we were kids, but we forgot. So I guess that's my favorite one, even though I'm not the teacher. And what is my least favorite subject to teach? It's probably language arts. I know that it probably shouldn't be that one, but it is. Number 9. Are you involved in a co-op or a homeschool group? What has your experience been in these groups? So my kids are involved in a homeschool co-op. We've actually been involved in 2 different kinds. The ones that we did for the last school year, which is the university style schooling, which is half school and half homeschool, and we really loved it. There's positives and negatives to that, just like there's positives and negatives to going to maybe a private school or homeschooling. And so they are involved in a co-op this year, and we've enjoyed the one that we've been a part of this year because they get to choose the classes that they wanted to be in. And also the mamas don't have to stay, and that's big for me because I have 2 littles. You do have to volunteer 16 hours per semester, or you can hire a substitute. My kids have enjoyed it. Even today was one of my volunteer days. So it's not always the convenient, but it's worth it. I do like having that aspect of being in a classroom with other kids and another teacher influencing my child in a way that I would want to influence them as well. And I really like that they get to see the same friends every week and build friendships that way. Number 10, what is your approach? Meaning, is it Charlotte Mason, classical, what is it? And I'd say my approach to homeschooling is just an eclectic approach, the different kinds all intertwined to make an awesome experience. And let me tell you, it's not always awesome. There are some hard days. I think it's been harder than easier lately, especially this semester. And, I'm just learning and growing. I'm learning how to be a teacher to my own children. And sometimes it's not easy, and I lose my patience. And I'm going to read you something now. This is from my friend, and she probably doesn't know I'm sharing this. I'm not going to mention her name, But she says, I often tell my husband at least once a week that I shouldn't homeschool anymore. I feel like a failure. I get grumpy, I forget to teach something obvious, or I just don't want to do it anymore. But I know it's the best for them and the best for our family, even when it's hard. Being a full-time homeschool mom is so hard, and many days I feel like I can't do it anymore. But I know God is bigger than my failures and my weaknesses. I feel the same way. I often feel like every day, is this the right thing? Should I send them to school? And all different kinds of things. And those are options for our family. We're not against, anything if God decides that that's what our family should do. So I just want to encourage you, if you're having a hard time, maybe it's just something that's going to make you stronger and learn and grow how to be a better homeschooling mom. I thank you guys so much for watching this Homeschool Mom Tag. So now it's time for me to tag. I'm going to tag 3 ladies. I'm going to tag Jennifer at the Family Fudge, Christy at Organized Mom, and Deanna from Taming the Frizz. I hope that you guys have a blessed day, and be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. I talk about homeschooling, health, family. I do fun things like grocery hauls, monthly favorites. We'll see you next time, guys. Happy homeschooling. Bye.